doing? I hope you're doing really well. Before I start this video, I have to say a few things. I am not quite sure why it is important to share this part of my story. It is something that only a few people that know me know about. I have felt like it's something that I need to share. I still don't fully understand this experience, but I know that it's important that I share. And I'm sharing it in the hope that it will help someone out there. Craziest thing. It is probably the craziest thing that has ever happened to me and that I will never forget. The story I'm going to share with you today happened in 2004. I was living in Saarbrücken, Germany, and I had lived in Germany for a total of about 3 years. My journey until then was very rocky. At this time, I was at a place where I was finding myself and trying to make Germany a good country for me to live in. It was late in the evening and I was coming back from a good music session that I had with a family friend and my sister. I switched off my phone. I noticed that we're getting closer to my stop. I switch off my phone and I'm gathering all my things. I'm making sure I have everything before I get off the bus. When I came on the bus, there was a lady sitting on the other side, so she was sitting opposite me. But the whole time I was on the bus, I was having my conversation with my sister, probably laughing and having a good conversation. It wasn't loud or anything, it was just a normal conversation. So as I'm getting ready to get off the bus, I put down my phone and now I'm just waiting for the bus to stop and looking around, making sure I had everything. And then the lady opposite me starts mumbling and I'm like, oh, who's she talking to? Because I don't know her. Then she starts mumbling loudly and she says, these are the kind of women who come here and take our men. And I'm like, I don't know who she's talking about, who she's talking to. And I'm like, oh, she's talking to herself. Maybe she's on the phone and I don't know. And then she starts moving as if she's gathering her stuff. And I'm like, okay, just keep looking ahead of you. Then, she's not talking to you and all. And as she gets up, she gives me a slap. Okay, I have to say it again. And maybe do this in slow motion. And as she gets up, she motions towards me and gives me a slap. Okay. For context, I have never ever been in a physical altercation before. I avoid fights as much as I can. Being slapped by someone who intended to hurt me. So back to the story. As she slaps me, so like she gives me a good slap, all I can do, because I'm not expecting it, because I was not talking to her, she was talking and I did not know who she was talking to. I was not expecting it, so the only thing I did was I held my face. At this time, so many things are happening. The bus is coming to the stop that I need to get out of. People around me are like, oh, what happened? Everything they were asking me, oh, do you know her? And I'm like, I don't know her. Interestingly, she gets off at the same stop I'm getting off at, but she walks very quickly and I had no intent of chasing her, like, let's be honest. And thinking back, this was one of the moments in my life where I felt very lonely, although there were people around me. I was still in shock by what had just happened. I managed to get off the bus. Because, as I said, it was my stop. I needed to get off the bus. And I started walking home. And the whole time, I was thinking, did this really happen to me? And I could not imagine that somebody I do not know just gave me a slap on a bus with some people, with the bus driver. Nobody did anything. I didn't do anything either. I didn't say anything. I didn't know what to say. I didn't know what to do. And all I could do was cry. I started tearing and I cried all the way home. And then because I had no words, I didn't know what to do. By the time I got home, I locked the door and I called my sister. And by this time, I'm in tears. And she's like, what happened? We just got off the phone. You were walking home. What happened? What happened? And I told her someone just slapped me on the bus. Thinking back, I can't imagine what my sister was thinking when she heard that. Because she'll be thinking, like, where? I mean, where we lived was a very safe place. Like, what situation were you in? We just got off the phone. How did all this happen in such a short time? And now that I think about it, I need to ask my sister what she thought and felt at that moment. And we never got to talk about her feelings because she was really, really concerned about me. She asks me about the situation and I explain to her what happens. And then she's like, this doesn't make sense. Like, do you know her? I'm like, no. She asked me, do you know the lady? Like, did you say anything to her? Did she say anything to you? I'm like, no. She was mumbling and talking to herself, but she wasn't talking to me and I did not say anything back. And my sister kept asking, do you want me to come over? Are you okay? And I was like, yeah, I'll be fine. I'll be fine. I'm going to work in the morning and I have classes later in the day. I'll be fine. Everything will be fine. I'll be fine. Don't worry. Don't come. And then I went to sleep, and in the morning she called again to check on me. Everything was fine. And then the thoughts started coming. I was thinking, well, first of all, what would have made her feel that it was okay to just slap someone on the bus, like without understanding what she would get back? And then secondly, why would she put me in a bucket without knowing me? Without knowing my story, why would she put me in a bucket with other people and, I don't know, maybe some people that she knew? And I could not make sense of it. Like, I had never ever been in a situation like this before. As I said, I'd lived in Germany for 3 years and I'd never been in such a crazy situation. The biggest thing that stood out for me was not the experience of the woman slapping me, but it was the fact that nobody came to my rescue. I kept thinking about scenarios of the bus driver could have closed the door and not let her go anywhere until the police came or somebody came or something happened. But he just opened the door, she left, and I never ever saw that lady ever in my life again. Days after, I kept thinking about the fact that if something happened to me, will people rush to my rescue? Will people stand up for me? Will there be people who advocate for me? And this was something that took me a while to shake off. Like, it was in my bones, and I've always been someone who stayed safe and made sure I was in safe situations. So I continued to do that. I continued to have conversations about the situation. And it just seemed like it did not happen to me. Like, I could not still believe that it happened to me. Days went by, months went by, to a place where I was comfortable to start joking about it. You might not think that this is a situation to laugh over, but laughter and laughing about the situation actually brought healing for me. After a few months and after the shock weared away, my sister and my friends started having conversations around, really, Marie-Christin, you're always bold and you're always saying your opinion, and then yet somebody slapped you on the bus and you did nothing? In fact, you said nothing. And it was interesting because when they started asking me, I'm like, wow, I wouldn't have thought that was my character. I wouldn't have thought that would be something that I would do. But now that I know myself more, that's exactly me. I do not build on negativity. I try as much as possible to be positive and to step out of negative situations. Not only did I learn the value of having a safe space of people you go to in a situation like this, but I also learned how to deal with a situation where you feel like nobody is there for you. I made it a mission to look out for people around me. And for every other person who knows me and has never heard this story, this is for you. I wanted to have this platform where I can share my different experiences and help people out there, and also help myself by being free. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, let me know. I'll see if there are any other experiences that I would like to share. Thank you so much for watching. But before you go, please don't forget to like this video, subscribe to my channel, and share this video with every amazing woman in your network. Thank you so much for watching. Have an amazing day. Bye.